first time in Indonesia, Sienna?
I mean, this has always been somewhere I wanted to come my whole life, so just to be here, like be doing all these things is just crazy, and I wish I could be here longer, to be honest, so I can actually see things.
Yes, dia pengen di sini lebih lama sebenarnya, tapi sangat grateful untuk bisa di sini. Katanya ini experience yang gila juga, dia bisa datang ke Indonesia akhirnya. And Sienna, you recently did tour in the US and also Europe, and you perform on big shows. Like just a couple of months ago, I saw you perform at Jimmy Fallon, also at Jonathan Ross. So how do you feel about performing on the Icon Indonesia tonight? And can you tell us a bit about how you prepared for tonight's performance?
Well, doing those shows is crazy, but what this show kind of reminds me of is like The Voice that's like in the UK, and I grew up watching those shows, like Britain's Got Talent and X Factor, and it was always my like dream when I was younger to be on one of those shows, so it feels really cool to be doing it here and like so far away from home as well, so it feels great, and I think, you know, we're just giving it a little stripped back version of the songs with my friend Terry, and yes, it'll be fun.
Oke, ini akan menjadi experience yang fun katanya malam hari ini. Dia juga grow up, tumbuh besar nonton acara-acara bercandaan bakat kayak gini. Jadi untuk mendapat kesempatan kayak gini, dia juga sangat luar biasa katanya.
Yeah.
So you're here for the Icon, and what would you say to the Icon Indonesia's contestants that are competing on the show right now? Any words of advice, encouragement, and some of the contestants have also covered your songs.
Really?
Yes, on TikTok as well.
Wow.
So any words for the contestants, Sienna?
I say good luck, and good luck. I don't know, I've never been on one of these. So good luck.
Luck is what they need right now. So, Sienna, when you watch someone perform, what is the first thing that instantly grabs your attention? Let's say if you were a judge on the Icon.
I don't know. I mean, it depends. It depends what kind of song they're singing. I mean, I always, you know, if they're singing kind of like a slow song, I'd probably listen to someone's voice, the kind of way they tell a story through their voice. But you know, I don't know. I think there's lots of things you can look for, like the way they feel on stage, the song choice, if they've written their own song, or yeah, I guess probably the way someone sings, the character in their voice.
Character and the way someone sings.
Yeah.
Well, there's actually a bunch of factors, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of factors that contribute to it. So, moving on to the next question, Sienna, you are still very young yourself at your age, and what do you think is the biggest challenge for young singers today? And what's been your most memorable moment on your career?
Wow. I guess when you're young, you might not necessarily like know things yet, and I think if you want to be an artist, there's just certain things you just know. It's like gut feelings about things, and I think that is something you can train, is learning to listen to your gut. And I think, you know, when I started, I've always loved singing, but I think I used to over-sing, and I think that's kind of a product of, you know, maybe social media singing. You kind of have like a 15-second audition to, I guess, show people how you can sing. You just do every riff and everyone in that is like, that's not singing, that's what I did for a bit, and then I think I had to learn to use my voice properly. So I say that, you know, that might have been a challenge of just like learning to trust myself and listen more. And then I think my most memorable moment, probably I got to sing with Sam Smith in October, and that changed my life, just the way I viewed everything, and it made me very emotional, and yeah, that's probably my most memorable.
Sam Smith is one of the most memorable moments of your career. Alright, I wish we have more time to talk with Sienna, but it's been wonderful, Sienna. Thank you very much for being here today. We truly can't wait for your performance tonight on the Icon Indonesia. Dan untuk rekan-rekan media,